Hi guys, welcome to a new video. In this video I'm gonna be fixing my Grandforce axe, or a little hatchet I should say. It's quite old, about almost 25 years old I think. As you can see, the head of the axe, maybe you can see it, I'm not sure, but I'll try to show it to you in a close-up maybe. But it's a little flimsy, and this was already wedged with a little metal wedge when I got it, so you know, factory made as it is. I haven't done anything to it, because if this metal wedge wasn't here I could just drill this wooden wedge out and then make a new one and it would be good as new. But I can't do that now really that easily, at least with the tools that I have, so I'm gonna do it in a much simpler way, but the end results might not be that great look-wise, but I don't care really what it looks like, because this is for use. It's quite loose and it's not that bad right now actually, but by time, if I just use this, you know, it loosens. But anyway, there is one other thing that I'm gonna do after I've wedged this. This handle part has worn down a little bit from here when I have done splitting. This is not necessary, but it protects it. It gives a little extra protection and it looks cool. So what I'm gonna do, I have moose leather over here. I'm gonna build a little guard over here, whatever you wanna call it, to the handle, just below the axe head, just to give it a little extra protection, and it should be a pretty simple thing to do. I haven't done anything like that before, but I've done some leather work. First I'm gonna do the wedging over here and tight this head, and the tools that I need for that are a knife I will use to scrape some of this stuff from here. There's not too much, but there's some scratchings over here which I'm gonna take off with this knife. The wedge that the factory has used is the more traditional squarish metal wedge, but the one that I have is the circular one, which in theory works better than the square one, but it is a bit trickier to get in for a few reasons, but mainly in this case because the wood part over here is so small, and this was the smallest wedge that I could find, so we'll have to just try and see how this turns out. The other tools that you need: basic little hammer, a little bit bigger but softer hammer, something like this, or also just a piece of firewood should just do alright, because this is you don't want to use any type of hard hammers anyway with this. And then I'm not sure what you call this, but these are pliers that you use to cut holes to leather basically, but these I'm not gonna use for the wedging. This is for the leather work. But anyway, these are at least the main tools I think. Anyway, if I forgot something, I'm sorry. But anyway, first I'm gonna scrape some of the wood off right from here. Not too much, just a little bit. I want the axe head to go as far for the, you know, the handle as possible. I don't want it to get stuck right at the get-go for these scrapes over here. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the axe like this, and I'm gonna, as you can see, there's a surface that is horizontally straight, and I'm gonna hit for that, and I'm not gonna keep a tight grip over here. I'm gonna let it slide, because when I hit it, this handle should go further to the axe head, but we'll see how that actually works. Alright, I can already see that it went further there. You necessarily wouldn't even need the wedge, because this thing actually works pretty damn good. It's already tight over there. I cannot move it anymore. So believe it or not, it actually works. But I do want to add the wedge just to make sure that it doesn't loosen up straight away at the forest somewhere. This would be the easiest to do with some sort of vise. I don't have a vise over here. I'm at the cabin, so I need to improvise. I need to see how this turns out, how much I need to use force with this. I don't want to put it right next to the one wedge over here that already is there. So I'm just gonna make sure that it goes at a good spot, like so, and then at the center, and that should be the way it goes in. Alright, so here it is now finished. I'm super happy how it turned out. Actually, let's take this off so you can see the wedge. The wood didn't crack too bad, which I'm super happy about. And it is so tight, and I'm sure that this will do just fine for years to come. And the strike guard over here turned out extremely well. I didn't film the making of it because I had no idea what I was doing. As I mentioned, I've never done one of these before. But if you're interested, I have another axe that really could use one. So if you're interested in seeing how I did this, let me know in the comments, and I can do a video about it when I come around making the next one. The leather lacing over here was a tad too long, but I didn't want to cut it off because you never know because it's quite expensive material, and you never know if you want to use it in some other thing at some other point. So I just left it there, and it's still a bit wet. It's gonna take a day or two to completely dry. So anyway, but I just wanted to show it to you now because it's now brand new, and I can't wait to get out and use this because it looks so fabulous. I'm loving it. Thanks for watching.